time I grow stronger. You were all I wanted. I don't want you to forget me. And I feel like I'm losing myself, 'cause I keep on growing back to you. So I keep wondering, why do I want to just call you? You won't know, it's hard to, 'cause I know it's there. But you let me keep on falling. Right now my heart's on fire, on fire. That's why I want to fly higher.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Poke Plateau. It's a little different today, and which I find myself saying a lot. So we are actively getting ready for Kineticon this coming weekend. We go tomorrow. But this is the third video I'm making this week. I did a Annihilate EX box. That was the first one we posted on Monday. I did what was it? The Orbital V reprint boxes, that was posted yesterday. And then today we are diverting to Yu-Gi-Oh! For those who don't know, I used to play competitively in Yu-Gi-Oh! It was the first competitive TCG I ever played. I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan back in the day. Still am a fairly large Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. But Konami did something completely different than, say, Pokemon. Let's use Pokemon as the example. For their 25th anniversary, they decided to reprint every single original box. So putting it in Pokemon terms is, if Pokemon did this for their 25th anniversary, say they just decided to reprint their boxes, that means that they would do reprints of Base Set, Jungle, Fossil, Team Rocket. They would reprint those sets and then release them for MSRP, not like how they did with Evolutions, where Evolutions in 2016 was essentially what was branded at the time a reprinted set, when in reality it was just the artwork from Base Set on some of the cards, and then some updated cards that fit the XY era. But Konami did this completely differently. It is 100% the original sets. Hi Gamer Girl, hi Techno, how are you? They are the original sets, which is insane to me. That's nuts to me, because Konami likes to reprint a lot of playable cards, but this is very nostalgic in nature. These are the original sets, really, when the game was new. The game was new back in, what was it, 25 years, from 1998. The game was new, and it's just crazy to me that they're even doing it. So the very first set to ever release is The Legend of Blue Eyes. It featured cards like Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Flame Swordsman, and the 5 pieces of Exodia. Back when the set originally came out, it was always very hit and miss. Very hit and miss, where you'd get a pack and maybe get something good. But I never actually had I didn't have the money back then to buy a booster box. I didn't have the funds. I was a child, so we would go to our local card shop, and I would buy like a pack. I had to choose between Metal Raiders, Spell Ruler, Legend of Blue Eyes. Those were the sets that were released during the original anime. But Blue Eyes holds a particular note because it was the only set that you could get a Blue Eyes in. You can get a Dark Magician. These are fan favorite cards. Polymerization. Polymerization, when we were playing as kids and we got fusion cards, we just were like, oh yeah, you can fuse those two monsters together, because polymerization was so hard to get back in the day because it was only available in Legend of Blue Eyes. This was long before Konami was like, let's reprint every good and playable card. But thank you guys for joining me today in this middle of the day, 4 o'clock in the afternoon live stream, where we're going to bust open this booster box and see what we can find. The hunt is for Blue Eyes, but if we get any pieces of the Exodia or Dark Magician, I would love Dark Magician. It's going to be a fun time. So let's get to it. It's so nice. So these do retail for fairly cheaper than what Pokemon cards do. I know that's our usual shtick. Pokemon card booster boxes are about $100. These go for like $75, $80. They come with 24 packs. There are 9 cards per pack, rather than the 11 that Pokemon gets. So we're going to see exactly what we're going to break into. I also don't... I mean, we've opened Yu-Gi-Oh cards on this channel before, but there's really no trick into it. We're just going to see what we can get. I'm so interested. My heart is palpitating, because I honestly love this set. This is one of my favorite sets. But that's the difference, is that there's one rare card in every pack, but there's a rare card in every pack anyway. Look at that. That is the original artwork. It's so cool. Oh, it's even like a little extra foil on there. If I'm looking correctly, Yugi's hair is like foiled. That's so nice. 3 Blue Eyes. I would love that game. I would honestly love that. I would retire. I would retire from everything. I'd just be like, all right, Seto Kaiba, I'm done. Done. Like I said, there's no card. Well, at least I don't know of any card trick for Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm just gonna go straight into it. There's gonna be a lot of nostalgia, and I'm happy that you guys are here with me. Yami. Yami was used to oblivion back in the day because it gives you that boost to fiend type and spellcasters. That was like most of my deck. Terra the Terrible. Petite Angel. It's just, but let's look over the card. So the cards still feature the, hold on, stupid camera. They still feature the coding. So each card, it's far different in Pokemon than Yu-Gi-Oh. They feature a coding, so it's like the set and then the code for the card. So this Petite Angel is EN, so English 25. So that's the set. Legend of Blue Eyes, English 25th anniversary. So that's how they do it differently than Pokemon does. Root Water. And then there's also, because people who watch us that don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, there's also these codes at the very bottom left. That's the code for that specific card. It's interesting how different Konami does it. So there is our Metal Dragon, one of probably the first fusion monsters that I ever got. So those are, I'm gonna put the rares aside. M Warrior 2, Forest, and Follow Wind, as well as Maneater. Not Maneater Bug. There is a Maneater Bug in this set. How many people ever played the game and was like, I fucking hate Maneater Bug? I have hated Maneater Bug. So that's our first rare, is our Metal Dragon. So realistically, it should be like 3 to the front if we're going off that. If we're gonna go off that. Let's see. I'm gonna play with it. It should be 3 to the front. Let's see. There's 13th Grave, Hinotama, Follow Wind, Remove Trap, which was awesome, Skull Servant, Silver Bow and Arrow, Vile Germs, and there is our Dark Fire Dragon. All right, so it's 4 to the front. That's our rare for the pack, and our Fire Grass. That's our rare for the pack. So it's 4 to the front. So it's exactly like old Pokemon, except there's not one of them, right? But it's very cool that the Konami did this. Imagine if Pokemon did this. You know how many collectors would be pissed? They'd be like, how dare you? And granted, they've reprinted a bunch of old cards. I get that, but it's not the same. They're not the same cards because that was Wizards of the Coast owns the, not owns, but what's the word? Wizards of the Coast obviously don't make the cards anymore. Now it's Pokemon themselves. So it's just an interesting thing that they'd be able to do, but they can't just flat reprint it because of that. Pulls better now. Am I getting a phone call, right? Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'm on live, man. We'll do it live. But that's the one thing with what I'm remembering from Legend of Blue Eyes, like I said at the beginning, was that it was very hit and miss. Like, it's very hit and miss. So, hand. It's always down. Ooh, there's our Trihorn Dragon. I never had this card. Ooh, that's a secret rare, baby. Woo! Oh, that's a cool card. Oh my god. That is utterly beautiful. So, for those who don't know, this is what you call a secret rare card, where it shines like that across. That's a secret rare, where it's like a rainbow effect on the lettering. Beautiful. Beautiful. Centering's a little off. I realize that. This is the collector in me. Centering's a little off. It's a little heavy on the right than compared to the left, but it's still a beautiful card. I never owned this card. That's gonna get saved. Gonna get saved right there, buddy. I have all my stuff like I usually have for Pokemon, but that is a Trihorn Dragon. That is the best pull so far. That means Dark Magician's got to be in here somewhere. I believe Blue Eyes is a ultra rare in the set. So when it was first released in 25 years ago, not 25 years ago, it was 2002, I believe. Was Legend of Blue Eyes? I believe it was 2002. Blue Eyes release. Alright. 2002. March 8th, 2002 was when Legend of Blue Eyes first came out. The Blue Eyes in it was just a rare, if I remember correctly. It was just a rare, so it was just holofoil. Trying to remember. Because I never got it. I never got the Blue Eyes from Legend of Blue Eyes. And I was dumb and traded. I barely own Blue Eyes like now. So let's see what rarity it was back then. I just want to make sure, because I obviously don't do a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we're not a Yu-Gi-Oh! It was an ultra rare. Okay, it was an ultra rare. But Trihorn Dragon was not a secret, if I remember correctly. It was? Really? I always thought it was like a ultra rare. It's a secret rare back then. The other cards in this set are obviously Gaia the Fierce Knight, Gaia the Dragon Champion, Curse of Dragon, stuff like that. But the big one, like I said at the beginning, the big ones are Blue Eyes itself, Dark Magician, and the pieces of Exodia. I do have some pieces of Exodia now, but they're reprint editions because, like I said, they reprint a lot of cards. Beaver Warrior, which I always thought was a dragon treasure. Umi. Sparks. I'm gonna read them. I know it pisses some people off. Yeah, gamer. It was a secret rare in Legend of Blue Eyes. Let me open mine. It's looking on my screen. It was a secret rare in Legend of Blue Eyes, and it's probably been released several other times since. But I don't know why I thought it was something different than an ultra rare. Numerico. Hard Armor. Armed Ninja. Dark Gray. That's our pack. That's our Dark Gray. So for people not in the know, rares in Yu-Gi-Oh, they're basically a holo now. Rares in Yu-Gi-Oh are the silver text cards. Those are considered rare. Secret rares are like the Tri-Horn Dragon. Ultra rares are like a hollow on the image and then gold writing, gold text. And there's different rarities that have been since added. A lot have been added since, like ghost, ghost rares. What was it? Quarter century. That's for the 25th anniversary. The quarter century rares. Those were new. But it's just so much fun. Tons of vintage cards. Skull Red Bird. There's also tons of Skull Servant and Legend of Blue Eyes. Sparks. Vile Germs. Beast Fangs. Two-pronged attack. So it's just a nostalgia trip on this stream. Just an utter nostalgia trip. Because, I don't know about you, but when we first originally watched the anime, obviously, the game was pretty new, and there was no rules in the anime, essentially. There wasn't really, because for those who don't know, the manga that the anime is based on, I'm gonna go to this level. It wasn't about a card game. It was just about games. And Yami Yugi, who's the pharaoh, is like a sadistic. Oh my god, it's a lot darker. So please read the manga. It's a lot darker than the show. But there was no set rules for the card game. But when Konami picked up the card game, they were like, you have to make legitimate rules in the anime so that these kids who are playing can understand it better. So the Battle City arc for the Han again started featuring more like real life rules from the game. But if you watch like the first season, that where they all go to the island with Pegasus, there's like no rules. They make the rules up completely, and it's nutty. So you go back and it's like, why is this a thing? It's because there was no rules back then. There was no game then. There was no game until 2002. There was no game. Yu-Gi-Oh came out in 1998. After the first TCG product to released 4 years later. 4 years later, after Pokemon. Pokemon released in 2001, 2000. It was 1999. When did Base Set come out? When did Base Set come out? I think it was 2000. So I'm just really bad. January 1999. January 1999 is when Pokemon's Base Set came out. So they beat Yu-Gi-Oh by 3 years. But the first one was released, it was 1999, January 1999. So it was a year before 2000. But either way, Yu-Gi-Oh didn't really have rules really when this was first made. There was no rules. It's just nutty to think about. Final Flame. I have used Final Flame a ton. So me, my friend Brian, Evan, and Sean, when we first saw the game, we would just buy the cards. We had no idea how to play. It's the same thing as Pokemon. We had no idea how to play. I learned how to play Yu-Gi-Oh in college. My roommate at the time, which, if you've been on this channel at all, Ian, one day we're at the cafeteria, he goes, "It's really shitty that you only like Pokemon because I think that you'd really like Yu-Gi-Oh." And I go, I like Yu-Gi-Oh. I have a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh cards at home. He goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, I like Yu-Gi-Oh." He goes, "Why haven't we ever played?" I go, "Because I never really played competitively. Like the deck that I had when I didn't really. We made up rules. We made up rules, and we played because that's what kids do." And he's like, "You should really get into the game." So I go, "Okay." So I was like, I really want to play dragons. Like, I really, really want to play dragons. Because I'm a huge dragon fan. He goes, okay, look up a bunch of dragon stuff and, you know, pick a deck, pick a meta deck, and we'll play. Ooh! I did it way too fast. I did 4 instead of 3. That's our pull for the back. That's Flame Swordsman. So that's a rare. That's a rare. Black text, but hollow. So bad. I don't know why. It's been really rough for me lately. Oh, there's still the dragon capture jar in there. So double pull. I fucked that up. So I started researching, and I think I bought most of my competitive deck, my first competitive deck, for about $100, and 1/3 of that was one single card. I ran Chaos Dragon, which featured light and dark type dragons and sacrificing to the graveyard. It was a very meta deck when I started playing. It was tearing up at Worlds, and people were getting pissed at it, which now it's not even competitive, which is another reason why I haven't come back to the game. But I come back for nostalgia. I definitely come back for nostalgia because that's the only dopamine I can get. And the ability to pull the blue eyes. That's another thing. Doing that is for sure another thing. Mountain Kurama. Petite Dragon. Frenzied Panda. Hitotsu Mi Giant. Raise Body Heat. Carbonala Warrior. Trap Hole! That is a rare and a meta. I put the meta bats. That's our hollow rare. I don't know why my camera sometimes like doesn't want to focus. I also had somebody tell me to not use auto zoom, but like I gotta show the card, right? I might have to change auto zoom because I want to show the card. The cards are beautiful. If there's one thing that until Pokemon introduced alt arts, Yu-Gi-Oh had better artwork. Yu-Gi-Oh until Pokemon introduced alt arts, Pokemon was slacking on the artwork pretty heavily. So I always enjoyed that. Focus. You autofocus because I would like to show the card up close to the camera. Oh yeah, Trap Hole, Acid Trap Hole. Whew. There's also Dark Hole and Regeki in this set. I did forget to mention that. But do you remember when spell cards used to be called magic cards and then they had to change it? I do. There's probably some around here somewhere. Kemitoko. Violet Crystal, which they did have to update this card. So for those not in the know, there's an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh that is Crystal archetype. It primarily uses the spell and trap card zone in the back. This one specifically had to be updated so that this card is not targeted as a crystal card because of that, because of those cards. I would like to get Regeki. I never had Regeki. I have no knowledge of it, which is why I'm trying to explain it, Tech now. It's perfectly fine. Pull a chart. Dookie! Did you message me back? Or no? I would like to pull the blue eyes. Flower Wolf. Flower. Why are you not auto? There we go. Flower Wolf. Sandstone. These are the rares. So not bad pull so far. I mean, those are three. Like I said, never had that. Had that. Used it a ton. But it's a lot less packs than a typical Pokemon box. And I would. Hey, not. I wouldn't hate if Trihorned is like the biggest pull. I would like to get a Blue Eyes, but you're at a library right now, bro. You open Pokemon cards in a library like Leonhardt? No. They have great internet. That's weird. My library does not have good internet. Larvus. So like I said at the beginning, Dookie, they're reprints of the OG cards. They're straight reprints of the original cards, which is equatable to Pokemon reprinting base set. People don't know. So many Petite Angels. There's the Reaper. I use Reaper a lot. Reaper I used a lot. So, for those who don't know, Reaper has a flip effect called select one trap card on the field and destroy it. So it automatically destroys a trap card. If the selected card is set, pick it up and see the card. If it's a trap, it is destroyed. If it's a spell, you return it to your hand. Or you return it to its original position. Mammoth Graveyard. Oh yeah, a nostalgia trip, bro. 100% nostalgia trip. It is beautiful. I loved, so like I said, they did release Spell Ruler, Metal Raiders, all those original sets. They did re-release all of them as 25th anniversary sets. I just happened to want the Blue Eyes because I never really got a ton of Blue Eyes cards when I was younger. I definitely played around with them, but I had no luck in getting like the higher end cards. So Trihorn is like a new card for me. But I would love to get like a Dark Magician or a Blue Eyes. I think the Blue Eyes right now is going for $45. Not really sure. Warrior. Goblin Secret Remedy. But I think it's like this, and I think they did Pharaoh's Servant too. I might have to pick up Pharaoh's Servant because Pharaoh's Servant has Dark Magician Girl in it. So I might have to pick up Pharaoh's Servant at some point in time. Which I have a Dark Magician Girl from Pharaoh's Servant, but I think she's a little damaged. But I pulled her myself, and yeah. Hey. But yeah, there's polymerization, there's a ton of other cards. It's just trying to get the big pulls. I never got these when I was a kid. Are you kidding me? It was mostly this. It was mostly the rares. And it's sad because the pull rates are basically the same 25 years later. That's nuts to me. Dark Fire Dragon. That is really nutty to me, is that the pull rates are the exact same. I'm having PTSD. But I do love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just sad. I have seen the complaints that for those not a lot of competitive players are not happy with the current state of the game because Konami also likes to ban cards. So people know what banning cards is. They like to ban cards that are too good, but then they also keep other cards that are just as good, and it's not looking well. As well as there's a lot of rule changes and new types of cards that are just not very well received by the player community. And I stopped playing. When did I stop playing? I stopped playing around 2014? Whenever Pendulum Monsters came in. Yeah, Blue Eyes is essentially what base set Zard is to me. But I have pulled I've pulled a lot of Charizards since this channel started 3 years ago. I pulled a lot of Charizards. And the ones that I don't pull, I trade with Klutzy. Yay! Hitsutumi Giant. Root Water. Giant Soldier of Stone. Spike Seadra. Yeah, so like I said, there's really no card trick to this, because there's a rare in some packs, there's a holo with it too, so there's no real card trick for Yu-Gi-Oh! I've just been doing 3 because maybe it'll be put back. There's also no texture on the cards. They're all very playable. But once you've seen most of the main set, you've pretty much seen the entire set. once you open like 2 or 3 packs, you've seen the entire set. Besides like the big hits. Two prong attack. The hits are the same. 25 years later, the hits are the same. And there's also no guarantees in anything in life. The only guarantee is that you die and you pay taxes. That's it. Just want to make sure there's no holo, like I did with the Flame Swordsman. Flame Swordsman was such a nice card, but it's too bad that it's Joey's monster. I never liked Joey. Oh, there is a Red Eyes in this set too. Did not mention that. As I mentioned, All right, well, peace out, Dookie. I'll talk to you later about the idea that we have. There is a Red Eyes in the set. I did used to have the Red Eyes card, but I traded it away years ago. So if we hit a Red Eyes, I'd also like a Red Eyes. Grave Digger Ghoul is a very good card. Target of 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard and banish them. Exodia! The Forbidden One. Dookie, you don't have to leave now. I literally watched the video today. Exodia! Obliterate! Never had the card. I do have the left leg and I think the right arm of Exodia, but that is Exodia the Forbidden. It's a good pull. And for those who don't know, you need to collect all 5 pieces of Exodia to bring forth the Forbidden One. Dookie's about to leave, then I pull fucking Exodia. That is a good note to end on. I don't know, there's a few more packs. We can... Bye, Dookie. Tell Megan I said hi. I don't know, Gamer. I still... Oh, my camera went out. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch the hand cam. Hand cam. Didn't even touch the hand cam. Didn't even touch the hand cam. Like, Don't know why. Don't know why it does that. Did I already do the trick? We're just gonna go for it. I would love to pull Dark Magician. If you, well, let me move. There is a Dark Magician and Blue Eyes Pop up there. If you can hear me correctly over the music. So I do collect a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. There's also a Black Luster Soldier right there too. my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster is Black Luster Soldier, which is kind of weird because Invasion of Chaos is another set that they re-released and I didn't get a booster box of that. I might have to change that, but Guardian of Cherubin. Nice Guardian. We got another piece. There's another one. There is the right arm. As I said it before, the right arm of Exodia. We are 2/5 of the way there already, and we have like 6 packs left. We have got the chance to pull all 5 pieces of Exodia. That would be pretty nice. I have to get my binder out and be like, hey, I got Exodia. Woo! Techno's like, I don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh, but I do get that. You understand that you automatically win when you combine the 5 pieces of Exodia. That is you win the duel. Or the match. Not the match, the game or whatever. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Or 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. Bad at math. 2 out of 5. We're there. We're doing it. Oop, I also put Cherubin over in the bulk pile. It's also probably not cost effective to really open these boxes. It's probably not. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm nostalgia, baby. Dopamine. Let's go. Monster Egg. Mystical Moon. Masaki, the legendary swordsman. Aqua Mador. Sogen. Mystical Elf is also in here. Mystical Elf is another monster that is fan favorite. Believe she's a hollow rare. Gamer Girl, is this your first stream with us? By the way, I should have asked at the very beginning. I do appreciate you joining. I'm really bad with memory, I just am. Do appreciate it if it is. I'm hoping that you're enjoying it. Okay, Lesser Dragon, Green Phantom King, Hinotama Soul, Yami, King Fog, Laser Cannon Armor, M Warrior number 1, Aqua Mador. You know about that, lad. Saw a friend play and they pulled up. Yeah, nice. Forest. 2 Aqua Madors back to back. Alright. I believe it's 4 packs left. So, we still have a chance at Exodia. Full line of Exodia. We still do. Great. Thank you for joining, Gamer Girl. I do appreciate that. We don't open a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! I will say that now. We're a very, very Pokemon focused channel, but when something like this does happen, I do I do divert a little bit. All right, 4 packs left. We're gonna see if we can pull the pieces of Exodia, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, or Dark Magician. Ooh, there's something back there. There's something back there. Ooh, oh! Swords of Revealing Light. I revealed them too quickly. I revealed the swords too quickly. Spirit of the Harp. I did use Spirit of the Harp a lot. Swords of Revealing Light. Did it too quickly. Swords of Revealing Light. Another Yugi staple. Let's see if we can get it to zoom in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Artwork was better. Artwork was better than back in the day. I do love the nostalgic artwork in Pokemon. I do. But the artwork in Yu-Gi-Oh! Original Yu-Gi-Oh! Just... like, if alt arts were a thing back in the day for Pokemon, I'd probably say something different, but that's not true. So, game, are you a Yu-Gi-Oh fan? Are you like a player? Are you? I'm just curious. I like to make friends. All right, 3 packs left. 3 packs left. Can we go 3 for 3 with Exodia pieces? Real nice. Meta Bats. Swords top. It is a top card. Violet Crystal. I think Swords is still used in a lot of decks today, like to this day, because it's no cost, and you stall. It's a good stall tactic because your opponent can't attack for 3 turns. It's really easy to get rid of, you know. It's really easy to get rid of. You just, but it doesn't. The thing is, you can't. You have to. If I remember the ruling for the card, you have to negate Swords of Revealing Light from activating, because even if you destroy it, I believe that it still keeps, but I'm not sure. If I'm just reading it, it says, after this card's activation, it remains in the field, but you must destroy it during the end phase of your opponent's 3rd turn. When this card is activated, if your opponent controls a face-down monster, flip all monsters they control face-up. While this card is face-up on the field, your opponent's monsters cannot declare an attack. Okay, I'm wrong. It has to stay on the field. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I knew it. No, I didn't know it, but it's an old card. I don't know. I believe some decks still use it. Dragon Capture Jar, which was an absolute asshole when you play an all-dragon deck. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! 13th Grave. So we can't go 3 for 3 for Exodia. What do these last 2 packs got? I have to take up playing Pokemon again. I do. I know how to play. I know a lot of people who don't know how to play that are just simple Pokemon card collectors, but I do know how to play, and I should probably do that and like maybe record some of it. I don't know, but only recently did a card shop open that does Pokemon like weeklies near me, so I may have to just start doing that. Oh, excuse me. Trial of Nightmare is new. We haven't gotten that one yet. Armail. Mr. Ruzami. Reaper of the Cards. Celtic Guardian. You know what's funny is I used to love playing the obnoxious Celtic Guardian. For those who don't know who that card is, the obnoxious Celtic Guardian was a variant, not a variant, as a different card than the Celtic Guardian, but it had an effect, and it was a really good effect. Its effect was it can't be destroyed by monsters that were 1900 attack or more. So this card with 1400 attack, basically any card that had 1500 to 1800 would be able to kill it, but above 1800, which was why it was called the obnoxious Celtic Guardian, because you couldn't destroy it, especially against people who had these like giant beat sticks of monsters that are like 3000 plus attack. Can't destroy it. I used to play that card a lot, but the artwork is different and it's a really nice card, but so is Celtic Guardian. Our last pack, here is where our search ends. What is the last pack holding? What is the last pack holding? Does it have Blue Eyes? Does it have Dark Magician? Does it have nothing? We don't. I really am going to have to get Pharaoh Servant, though, because I do love me Dark Magician girl. Trap. Vile Germs. Dark King of the Abyss. There's our stop defense. We didn't get a stop defense. Mammoth Graveyard. That is our last pack. That's our last rare. So many rares. There's a rare in every pack. Bam. 30. Not 30, but 24 of them at the very least. Our big pulls. Let me go over the big pulls. Big pull. Big pull. Big. So, like I said, Tri-Horn Dragon was the best pull. I'll say that now. Swords of Revealing Light, Flame Swordman, Trap Hole, Celtic Guardian, Right Arm of Exodia, Exodia the Forbidden One, and the Tri-Horned Dragon. Tri-Horned, I never had you. I'm very happy to have you now. But, yeah. Really appreciate you guys coming at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday to open the booster box with me. Cordy and I will be at Kineticon for the rest of the week until Monday. We do plan on having a live stream on Sunday night. I know we usually do a live stream on Friday, but we're going to be so busy with the convention that we're going to move it to Sunday. Sunday is going to be like a recap of our week, or it's going to be a week at the convention. We plan on seeing So Crispy, Tokyo Pitbull. I'm hoping Big Jose pops up. Not really sure. But that is what we're going to be doing on Sunday night, is that we're going to be recapping the entire week that we were at Kineticon, what we see, what we snagged, people that we met. So that should be a fun stream, but we greatly appreciate you guys joining us today. If you did enjoy Gamer Girl, please like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with our latest videos. We do videos every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. and every Friday at 7 p.m. But like I said, this Friday we're not doing anything because we will be too busy enjoying the convention. But we will see you on Sunday. So if you want to know when that live is happening, I will subscribe. But thank you guys, appreciate you, and enjoy the rest of your week.